Process. Jeff, I don't have time to worry about a process. I've got KPIs to hit. I got sales to make. I've got calls to make. I'm measured on results, dude. I can't focus on a process. Really? So how do you make sure that those results that you're driving and delivering, how do you make sure that those are repeatable? How do you make sure that those can be consistently delivered? Doesn't that have everything to do with your process? I'll tell you a story. A couple years ago, I needed to lose a few pounds. So I did what most people do. I went and got my Fitbit and I synced it to the MyFitnessPal app on my watch, and I was active and I was monitoring and recording all of the things I ate and all the workouts that I put in, and I put myself in a calorie debt every day of 700 to 1,000, and I lost weight quickly, a little over 30 pounds. I looked like a different person, right? Felt great, looked great, and I also knew in the back of my head right here that it wasn't sustainable. You want to know why? Because I was still eating garbage. I was just eating less of it. I was not real disciplined with what I was putting into my body, and I knew that I could only be in a deficit state for so long. So after a while, I was going to get tired of measuring that deficit. And at what point can I just return to real life with good fundamental principles and a foundation that would make those results sustainable? And what happened? Just like most people, most of that weight came back on within a period of 18 months. So what's the lesson to learn there? Well, you've got to focus on a process that will deliver results, and you have to trust that the process will yield the results that you need. And that's a big issue, because you as a salesperson are measured on the result. So you want to measure yourself based on the result. And then what happens is you get too insecure with the process to trust it, and then you sell yourself out and you sell that process out to try to get results faster. Perspective, in this case, is lost in the spirit of you chasing those results. I've been doing this a long time, and what I've realized is that the process, the everyday, the work that you put in every day is what will yield predictable results. And you then have to measure the work you put in every day rather than the results themselves. Because you know, if you've been doing this longer than 6 weeks, that sometimes you're going to put in a ton of effort and get zero revenue out of it. And there are other times when that Bluebird deal just falls into your lap. That referral just gets passed to you. They're ready to buy. Come on. If you can't take credit, or if you're not going to take credit for the stuff that falls into your lap, right? You have to credit that to something. It's fair to take credit for that the same way it is fair to not get any credit for all the other work that you do. So you focus on the work you can do every day, because that's what you have the most control over. If you can't recite or you can't articulate what it is that you do on a regular basis in order to create the results that you need, then you're going about it the wrong way. And I work with people who are new to this, when I work with people who are business owners and are really, really good at what they do, but don't have the sales knack yet, they just can't put those pieces together, they get really, really upset that they haven't delivered any revenue, that they haven't acquired any new customers. And then they feel like they need to sell themselves out. They need to sell that process out in order to get the results that they're looking for, that they need. It's very tempting to do that. But the right way to do it, to set yourself up to do it again and again and again and again, is not to worry about the little things that might get you a quick win here or there, but to do the fundamental things, the selling that needs to be done on a daily basis in order to make those kinds of deals happen. Those are the things you need to do to create a buying environment. Those are the things that you need to do to develop a reputation. Those are the things that you need to do to put value out there so that people can trust you. Those are the things that you need to do to make sure you're putting yourself in front of people on a regular basis. Inbound only selling is flawed. It's a great adjunct, but if you're just waiting for people to come to you rather than having a proactive message to deliver to them, you're missing part of it. All of that has to be a part of your process. But ultimately, that process is founded in 4 basic principles. You need to know what you do and who you can help. You need to put yourself in front of them and get their attention. You need to deliver their value, the value that you can to them. And then you need to ultimately obtain their commitments to move along in that process. If you can measure yourself in those 4 areas on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, I promise you that the results you're looking for are going to come. But if you are ignoring those steps and you're just pounding the phones and you're meathead sales guy, I'm going to make 1 million calls today, and then I'm going to make 1 million calls tomorrow, and then I'm going to make 1 million calls the next day, you're not measuring the right things. You're going to get lucky with that shotgun approach, but 1 million calls is a lot. And how sustainable is that? Think a little bit. Understand what you're doing and what needs to be done in order to accomplish what you're going to be judged on, and focus on the stuff that you can control. You will have more success, better results for a longer, more sustainable period of time. You want to be great at your job, or do you want to build a career? That's what I'm asking you, and that's why I want you to think about this.